Hey, what is going on, guys? I hope you all are doing well today. Elliot here, and welcome back to The Fragrance Well. Anybody out there, are you guys a fan of layering your fragrances? I'll be honest, me personally, it's not a big thing for me. It's not something I try to do that often, but it does happen. And honestly, when I find a good layering combo, I do ingrain it in my mind as that's something I could go for. Just in case you don't know what layering means, it just means you're taking one fragrance and combining it with another one or multiple ones. It's pretty much one of the most creative things you can do outside of just making your own fragrance from scratch. Anyway, that's today's video topic. Layering combos. I've got 5 layering combos here from fragrances I've either seen online, someone else mentioned online, and I tried it for myself and I liked it, or just stuff I've kind of come up with in passing, and it's even one combination here that my wife came up with, and it is a pretty good one, so I gotta give her credit. Before we get started, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you do like the content, and remember to hit that bell icon so you can be notified when I upload new videos. All right, guys, let's get into it. Alright guys, so let's go ahead and get it started. I'm gonna give my wife the shine off of the start of this one. This is her layering combo. She came up with it and she has been rocking it a lot lately. And I gotta give her credit, it really does smell really good. So she layers Baccarat Rouge 540 Extrait with Mason Francis Kirk John, also Grand Soir. Call it the MFK layer. Yep, Baccarat Rouge 540 with Grand Soir. So what you pretty much get from this is you get the spicy, fresh, sweet, almondy Baccarat smell, if you will, combining with really just the rich warmth, vanilla and benzoin and amber ness, if you will, of Grand Soir, and it just combines to a very warm and sweet combination that smells really great in the air. It's very warming and alluring, if you will. And what I would have to say is it basically gives BR540 a little bit of a warmer depth, if you will. Grand Soir, from what I can smell when the two are together, pretty much does what it does. You can tell it's there. I don't think Baccarat is really having as much of an effect on this as this is having an effect on Baccarat. Both of these fragrances are known to be, very long-lasting fragrances, so you certainly don't necessarily gain anything, in my opinion, in terms of performance or even projection or sillage. They both already do that very well. What I would say is when you really get deeper into the dry down, I think the vanilla in this is kind of the thing that sticks around the most. So yeah, I think that's a very interesting layering combo. Have any of you guys tried this layering combo here together? I imagine many people own both of these fragrances and maybe have tried it themselves. So if you have, let me know down in the comments below. So yes, Baccarat Rouge 540 Extrait and Grand Soir. This is a really good layering combo. I do think it's completely unisex also, even though my wife is the one who's been rocking it. All right, so for the next layering combo, we got BR540 Extrait again. BR540 Extrait, and I layered it with this. I literally tried this yesterday. Montebaco Intensivo from Ormond James. So BR540 Extrait and Montebaco Intensivo. So again, both of these fragrances last all day, so you don't really gain anything from a longevity standpoint, but what you do get is both of these fragrances make heavy use of aroma chemicals, and I think you get this combination of both of them working in tandem, and it just creates this. Really, for this, it kind of sweetens this up a bit because that sweetness that's in Baccarat really kind of comes through in this, where this one doesn't really have a whole lot of sweetness, but the Isogamma Super creates this dryness that I think Baccarat doesn't necessarily have, and both of them just really work well together. It's a very interesting combination, and just a side note, when I kind of come up with layering combinations, I don't like sit down and think heavily about it. I just really will pick a fragrance for the day, and then sometimes I'll kind of just look through my cabinet and think, that one there might go well with this or that. So that's honestly how I come up with a lot of the layering combos I have. Like I said, I'm not a huge layering guy. It's not something I spend a lot of mind power on. It just kind of happens. Sometimes I'm just in the mood for, hey, I think those two will work together. Or I'll smell something and say, hey, there's a similarity here. Let me see if those two work. That's kind of how I come up with layering combos. Just a side note, by the way, I think I have blended Baccarat Rouge with other like 3 or 4 other fragrances and tried those combinations. I wasn't gonna put them all in this list because I don't want it to just be a layer with Baccarat video. But anyway, yeah, I think these two do work well together. Has anybody tried this by chance? Baccarat Rouge 540 and Montebaco Intensivo? Let me know down in the comments below. All right, guys, so the next layering combo is going to be Mancera's Sicily combined with Etat Libre d'Orange's You or Someone Like You. So Mancera Sicily, You or Someone Like You. So Mancera Sicily is a peach fragrance with a lot of florals and heavy musk, while this one here is a mint fragrance where it's very green, so there's not really any florals in here, but it also has a lot of musk. So naturally, the reason I tried these two together whenever I did it, I don't remember when I did it or even why, I just kind of did it in passing, like I said before. They both share, you know, a good heavy dose of musk combined with a lot of fresh accords. So I tried them together and they worked out really, really well. This one, like I said, a lot of peach and fruits and a lot of nice bright florals, while this one has the mint and the green accords, and both of them have the musk and the dry down. Now, they both definitely go in different directions in terms of what is the feature for the fragrances. So I didn't know if this was gonna work, but like I said, when I tried it, it actually worked out really nicely. Because they're both very fresh and you know, both of them have a refreshing nature to them. So I figured that might work well together, and it did. I would say you kind of just have to choose the balance. Do you want more of the fruitiness from this, or do you want more of the mintiness from this? But they both do complement each other in terms of just giving you more freshness, if you will. So great summertime layering combo. And like I said, they both dry down to you know, having a lot of musk, just clean, pleasant musk in the dry down. So they complement each other in that regard. So yeah, Mancera Sicily and Etat Libre d'Orange's You or Someone Like You. Has anybody tried this combo? Let me know in the comments. All right, guys, so for this next combo, I cannot take credit for this one. I saw it on Instagram, and as soon as I saw it, I was kind of ashamed of myself because I was like, those fragrances definitely will complement each other. Even before I tested it, I knew that would work, and I was like, how did I not think of that? Amouage Reflection Man and Marc-Antoine Barrois Ganymede. Like I said, this is a combination I saw on Instagram, so shout out to who that was. I unfortunately don't know who posted it. I would give them credit, but I didn't save the post. But reflection, florals, clean florals, a little bit of sweetness, nice sandalwood, a little bit of creaminess, and kind of focuses on a little bit of a bitter orange smell. This one does not have elements from the bitter orange tree, but it does have mandarin in it, and it has osmanthus kind of lending itself to give it a bit of an orange smell to it. So both of them share that in this regard. That similarity between the two makes these two a powerhouse. This is an excellent combo. They complement each other so well. You will get that kind of oranginess coming across a lot stronger with the two of them combining in that way. And interestingly enough, I would say that, am I holding this the right way? Nope, I'm holding it in the front. Interestingly enough, what I did notice is that reflection in a way kind of tones down the leatheriness that's in here, that, you know, mineralic kind of leathery suede nature that this has. It freshens it up a bit. So if you think that's too strong for Ganymede, combining these two could give you a little bit of a fresher take on Ganymede. Now I know there are fragrances out there that have their take on Ganymede that, you know, present it in a fresher way. I know one is called Bois Imperial. It's by the same perfumer, and I've always heard that it's kind of a fresher Ganymede, if you will, but this can also do that for you and just give you a little bit of a different take on really both of these two fragrances. They both just complement each other very well. I could smell both of them the entire time I was wearing it. And what I would say is what I like about what Ganymede does for this, I've mentioned before, I personally don't get very good performance off of this. Ganymede helps this to stick around because I wasn't just smelling Ganymede. Ganymede is a great performer on my skin, but I was smelling this in tandem with Ganymede the whole time. So great layering combo in my opinion. Reflection and Ganymede. Has anybody else tried this by chance? Let me know what you think if you have. All right, guys, and the final layering combo I have for you today is going to be Roja's Elysium Parfum and Hermès's Terre d'Hermès Eau de Givray. Has anybody tried this by chance? For me, this one was kind of just in passing. I was wearing Elysium one day, hadn't worn it in a while, and I was on my way out the door. So I had already had this on, and it was on me for like maybe 30 minutes or so. And I just kind of looked over my fragrance cabinet and thought to myself, I wonder if Eau de Givray will match with it. These are both fresh fragrances. Elysium is obviously much more complex of a fragrance. There's fruitiness, citrus, aromatics, muskiness, woodiness, a touch of sweetness in there. A lot going on with this fragrance, where this is actually a very simple fragrance. It's basically grapefruit juice with a little bit of spice, a little bit of vetiver, some juniper in there to freshen it up. So, and I do think this does have juniper in it as well, just to throw that in there. So I combined the two, and what I noticed was, number one, you still definitely get the grapefruit kind of smell in this. I know it's actually citron, but citron smells very similar to grapefruit. What I noticed was adding this to this kind of brought out the fruitiness and the citrus just a little bit more, but still kept those other deeper notes that are in Elysium. This one didn't really have too much of an effect on this. I think the grapefruit accords are so strong and forward in this, it pretty much just gave that characteristic over to Elysium. Now, this fragrance here lasts a lot longer than Eau Givray, so I think the effect did kind of die off as time progressed, where, you know, because this is a parfum concentration also, so the oils are thicker, and there's just a lot more going on with this fragrance. So after a while, not immediately, but after, you know, maybe 6 hours or so, which is about what I get from this fragrance, that kind of grapefruit lift and fruitiness lift, it faded a little bit, and then you kind of got back to what this typically smells like once it has dried down a bit, which the fragrance doesn't go through a whole lot of changes to me. It pretty much smells the same way for most of the wearing of the fragrance. But I thought it was an interesting combo. This one here, I don't think is gonna be too much of a game changer. It's not like, oh my God, you have to try these two. It's just a combination that worked. So let me know, has anybody tried this layering combo by chance? Elysium Parfum and Terre d'Hermès Eau Givray. Let me know if you have. Alright guys, that's all the layering combos I have for you today. If you're ever wondering why anybody would layer fragrances if it's not something you've done before, typically it's going to be, like I said, a creative standpoint where you just want to try different things together to see how it comes across as a fragrance that is unique. The other reason is maybe you get something from one fragrance that you're not getting from another, and you say, hey, if I combine these two, maybe I'll get that thing that I'm missing, and now it serves that function. And for a lot of people, there are fragrances that are made with the intent of being layered. Probably the most famous is going to be Molecule 01 from Citric Parfums. I think that's the name of them. I'm forgetting the name and I'm drawing a blank. But that fragrance is primarily just iso gamma super by itself, giving, you know, that kind of cedarwood kind of vibe. A lot of people will use that to actually add longevity to fragrances. So that's another reason to layer stuff, just in case you were wondering. But anyway, that's the end of the video. Let me know if you've tried any of these combos, and also let me know if you have a particular layering combo that you like to go to. Maybe I have the fragrances and maybe I should try it out. So thank you guys for watching all the way into the end. Remember to be well and smell well, and I will see you in the next episode of The Fragrance Well. Have a good one.